have we accepted age? I believe in re-aging. No, it's not going to happen.
Well, you believe in what?
So that's why organic foods are a thing. They make you younger and stuff.
Those are called minors, yeah, Shamsi.
No. I'm talking about all that healthy alternative.
So
coconut milk.
Through all the yogas you've been to and all that
Yogurts,
bullshit that you keep telling us about, this is the solution that you're gonna
Yeah, it's eternal youth.
Food, make you young.
Yeah, it's a holistic regime.
So what you're saying is drink nut milk.
Coconut milk.
Yes, which is nut
or
milk.
almond milk. Yeah.
Also nut milk.
Yeah. See, those are better milks for your skin.
Hey, welcome past Kabsa, your boy Aida. What's happening? What's popping? Episode 248.
Something.
Oh, something? Oh, I have no. I think we did for 7.
Yeah.
I got the homie Turks right behind me.
Yo.
I got the homie Shams right next to me. Number 1 is in the building.
Yeah.
We got Sten sitting in the kitchen. Arsenal just scored 4 on Newcastle.
And we have no idea what nut milk actually does. I actually don't know what it does.
It's not milk, it's juice.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but it's called coconut milk, no? Or almond milk, no? Okay. I'm not sure how they make it from those things, but
They put it in a blender.
When a
Mommy and daddy
and the daddy really like each other.
like each other very, very much.
They have a baby.
They do the
They
nut
gotta
milk.
feed the baby somehow.
Yeah, they do the nut milk dance.
it's a dance.
Yes.
I don't believe any of those things are true.
Guys, this is a very respectable podcast.
Serious.
Come on, boys. It's very serious.
Professional.
So we have to ask the hard questions and get the real answers because our topics are trash this week actually. So we start with the first question. Shamsi believes that cats actually do have 9 lives.
Yes.
No, D. I'm saying there's a reason that exists.
No.
Right?
Shamsi, you said it with confidence.
Okay, let's go back.
And then we questioned your confidence.
Let's go back.
You went to Google.
Let's go back to the context of this conversation. What was the context
Cats are
of this
respectable
conversation?
beings. They have 9 lives. He said that.
No, it's before that.
I will recap for the listeners.
Okay, go.
As we usually do, we were ripping on Shamsi as usual for his poor life choices.
That wasn't the start of the conversation.
But this is how this one got started.
Okay.
So we were comparing him to a cat.
Yes.
Because he keeps touching things and pushing things over like a cat.
Breaking things. Yeah.
And the metaphor kept increasing, and we discovered that he is دايما في الشارع like a cat. And he
Missing the
said,
point.
and basically,
No, that was literally the point.
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
The point is we forgot that you're actually outside like a cat every day.
the
Turks reminded us
Yes.
of
The
that.
did.
discussion was about how
you're like a cat.
cats were venerated among
Which was
ancient Egyptians.
Yes.
No, then we went to that.
we went to that because شوف نفسك محور الكون like cat.
Yes.
And then you segued into
No. He went. Then he was trying to fight us for saying that the Egyptians used to
No, he said-
worship cats.
no. He said, doesn't everybody consider themselves the center of the universe?
Yes, exactly. Everybody's the narrator of your own story,
Yes,
But
and
you are not the center of the universe, though.
Yeah,
This
but
is the
that's what-
worst recap I've ever heard.
it's an accurate.
yeah.
It's
recap.
actually a very accurate one.
Yes. Yeah.
the fact that we're
It speaks
idiots,
to how the quality of our conversation.
the fact that
It
we're
wasn't
idiots
fun
has
for
nothing
me
to do
to
with
talk
this.
No, but again, the question is, why do cats have 9 lives, or why does the
They don't have 9 lives.
Okay,
Jerry.
They don't.
Where does the perception or the story of cats having 9 lives come from?
What was
Did
the
you look it
answer?
Ancient Egypt is the answer. Dum. See, okay, that's reality.
Okay.
So
let's,
what did ancient Egypt say?
no, we're looking at Petmate, the website. This is the source of our
Hey, yo.
information. Okay, because as you know,
See,
Petmate.
if you ask a drug dealer if his drugs are good, he tells you yes. This is what you're doing, right?
Cats, yes, 9 lives.
Yes, 9 lives. Ancient Egypt.
Okay, where does
They were
this
kings.
where does this phrase come from? Okay, according to Petmate.com, no one knows for sure where the 9 lives come from.
Subhanallah.
But many historians recognize the saying has been around for hundreds of years. Ancient Egypt is one place where this can be traced back to. Many of the gods that ancient Egyptians worshipped resembled felines or were creatures that were half cat and half human.
But did
Wait. Where's that hem? Where's that hem coming
No,
from?
he was saying they don't worship cats. I'm like, homie, like they've been, and then
Worship cat gods.
and then you said venerated cats. I'm like, that's a better word.
As an avatar of
Venerated.
the cat gods.
They even mummified their pet cats and placed them in tombs when they died. Cats were held in high regard and seen as important animals, and may have been a belief that they had multiple lives. Other old texts specifically reference a cat having 9 lives. For example, an old English proverb says,
Yeah.
"A cat has 9 lives."
Wow. Such ancient.
for three,
Riveting.
For 3 he plays, 3 he strays, and the last 3 he stays. There's also a reference to cats having 9 lives in William Shakespeare's play Romeo and Juliet. There we go. Okay,
so we can say it's an old saying, but there's no proof to it, huh?
In ancient Egypt, Greece, and China.
His mic went out.
Okay.
Yeah, welcome back.
In ancient Greece, Egypt, and China, I don't know why it's called China, 9 was considered to be a magical number. So in Spanish-speaking countries, they say cats have 7 lives. Hold on. Because the Spanish can't count up to 9? I don't know why.
Yes, they can't count to 9. You idiot.
3 what? 3 what?
What was the threes?
The 3s.
3 he played, 3 he strayed, 3 he stayed.
Yes,
It
basically.
applies to you, Shamsi.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what cat do.
Except it's 9.
that's
he
what
played.
cat do.
They have adventures.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Yeah, they go on side quests. Then they come back.
So we learned nothing from this.
Yeah.
Peace, basically.
Cats are petme.com has a good researcher, honestly. Honestly, I did not expect this from petme.com. No, but see, again, I was talking about how cats are a resource for animals. You know, they're survivors. They have claws. They can make shit happen. You know,
Yeah, what animal doesn't that apply to?
Bro, like what
It's
are we
like
talking about
it's
here?
almost like nature is a thing.
Yeah.
no, we're talking about why. Okay, never mind. What are we talking about? Can we talk about something else?
You know what a slug is, Shamsi? It's just as developed as
A
you
bullet? No.
Stupid.
We try on this podcast, ladies and gentlemen, but we
But
always,
we fail.
always
Yeah.
find a
Oh,
way
yeah,
to
very
fail.
often, yes.
Better luck next time, I guess. Anyway, after all the topics, y'all are boring. We were having. Oh, you're not gonna like me to go into this conversation.
Oh,
Go on.
How about we cover all the news that happened, then we get to this conversation?
sure.
Okay.
Because like the boys might not like this conversation, so we can just end the podcast there.
Okay.
So what's been on the news? Hey,
Hey.
what's been on the news?
Gemini did the racism.
Gemini. First off, explain what Gemini
What?
is.
Are we talking about the star? You know?
No.
The rocket.
So
Al-Burj.
Google,
Yes.
Google launched its own generative image AI, where it's similar to software,
Okay.
where you would generate an image with a prompt,
So you go to it and you say create picture
something,
of
yeah,
1, 2,
well,
3.
whatever that may be.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a certain bias to Gemini that is incredibly hilarious given the political context that we're living in.
Okay.
If you ask it to create an image of the founding fathers of America, you will notice that their skin color is distinctly not white.
Okay. Very, very specifically that phrase.
Yes, basically, it will go to every single conceivable length not to create a white guy.
Every single conceivable length.
Isn't that the dream? Anyway,
I know,
sorry.
like, but like it's hilarious. Like they would ask it to draw Spanish conquistadors, and they're like not white. They fetch a Chuf like Hernan Cortez, but he's Asian for some reason.
Okay, so inclusivity.
And diversity.
Select all inclusive.
No,
Yes.
this is basically
DNI.
This is basically just a bunch of gatekeepers at Google said, we will answer bias with our own bias.
And understandably, the internet is up in flames.
They
about
issued
this.
an official apology.
They being
Google.
the masters of Google.
The masters of Google.
The masters of Google.
No, masters خلاص بطلناها كلمة.
I mean, obviously, yeah, there's new masters in line right now.
The search keepers.
The gatekeepers, basically. So this sort of sparked up a situation about, hey, like these people are gatekeeping the information and what we have access to as a society. And we have a clear use case here of like these people have their own political agenda that is divorced from reality. Like, I'm sorry, but if you ask me to draw a image of a, I don't know, Roman emperor, I'm sorry, but none of them were Hispanic or Asian or African. They were
You had one.
Philip the Arab doesn't count.
Yeah,
But basically,
The exception that proves the rule?
kind of.
but basically, the idea is that why would you have this bias in the first place unless you put it there explicitly?
So it was like the AI was built to have inclusivity in mind,
This isn't
which backfired.
This isn't inclusivity. It's like
Or what is it?
this
exactly?
is very much like
How do we get here?
not white people.
Not society.
Okay, I'll ask you a question.
Follow.
So if let's say, well, Google is an American company,
Yes.
right? If it was a party, a political party, which party would it be?
Oh,
Oh,
Democrats.
Oh, for really?
Yeah.
So what do Democrats like? That's the word that you just kept saying every
We
minute
are
ago.
the world.
Thank you.
We are the children.
Everybody's inclusive.
Inclusivity.
Everybody's important. Everyone has a right, even pedophiles.
Unless they
Every-
vote for us.
and-
If they vote for us.
Exactly. If they vote for us, then there are our people. So whoever the fuck you are, as long as we can get your vote, that's who we are. And those big companies, they play like they're Democrats and liberals, but in reality, they vote Republican because they're corporations at the end of the day. And they do
Tax breaks are for the Republicans.
Exactly. So Google doing that is basically the rhetoric that we kept hearing from Democrats over the last 4 years. And actually more than that.
We hear you. We're not going to solve your debt, but we hear you.
So Google doing that, I'm not surprised.
Sure, there's multiple layers to this issue. I would say there's looking at it in terms of Google being the gatekeeper of information, right? Because
But that's something we already knew.
yeah, but so, that's the thing. Having that's what he said, like having that power over people. Nobody really cared most of the time because you got accurate information. But now we have a clear use case of you showing me your version of the world, which is very biased and, unrealistic version of the world.
I'd like to introduce you to the media. Have you met the media
Yeah,
before?
true, very
It's
true.
the same thing.
Yeah, but again, now it's very clear to people that and it's right in your face. It's literally staring you in the face.
Okay.
Look at how they're trying to show you what you're. They're the version of reality that they want to show you, rather than the version of reality that is
respect
actually
that-
true.
I respect that you're trying to say that, people are now realizing
No,
that
I'm not
this
saying
is
they're not realizing.
No,
yeah.
I'm just saying they are realizing that this is happening, and we should make some changes to these things, right? I respect all of that, but I live in the real world. And in
Yes.
the real world, that shit doesn't fly.
Okay.
I'll give you a perfect example. We watch, I don't know if you guys see this or not. So, the parliament in the UK were voting on Gaza. The speaker, one of the, I think the Labour Party went to his office. This was the rumor. And he's like, hey, if you allow this vote to go on, you will not remain a speaker.
Okay.
So when it came down to choosing the vote, he added extra amendments where I think each party can have their say, and at the end it becomes nullified, and then everybody went crazy. And he knew that he fucked up. Then he came back and apologized. I would like to meet with everyone in person and tell them why I did this. I was trying to be fair. It's a bunch of bullshit. You have people that cannot agree that Israel is a war criminal and the US is backing it. If you have these humans that cannot realize that what's happening in Gaza is wrong and off every single way, you think they're going to get up and say, yo, Google, what you doing that for?
Yeah.
People
realize
gave
it.
up on tech a long time ago.
Yeah, specifically the UK Parliament example. Like these are the countries that they would strip a a British citizen of their citizenship because they went off when they were like, I don't know, 15 or 16 to join ISIL when they were basically dumb and indoctrinated. But if you're a UK citizen and you join the IDF,
It's vibes.
vibes, عادي
Yeah,
حد.
again, but that applies to a lot of the Western governments, France as well, and it has that any sort of rhetoric or mindset.
Yeah, it's
And-
rules
and-
rules for me,
and
not
I-
for rules for me, not for thee.
and
Rules for thee, not for thee.
And in terms of the wider impact, I think it's not something that I agree. I don't think it's something that governments will care about, honestly, because they have other priorities,
Other
obviously,
incentives.
other incentives, and other priorities in terms of what Google can do and can't do. But here, it's a funny case, honestly, because it just shows you how the polarization, I think, of the whole inclusivity and diversity
It's-
drive in the states is just really it's overboard at this point.
There's an specific
It's been overboard, you can say.
Yeah, there's a
some
specific
sense.
example that I am privy to, but I will keep it non-specific for the case of this podcast. A person I know intimately was a good friend.
You have intimate.
I'm sorry
knowledge-
for your friend.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
You have intimate knowledge of you.
Yeah, a person I know was basically pitching a series or more like a documentary about a something within the kingdom to Netflix, and this pitch was completely something on unrelated to culture, society, etc. This is purely it's not the specific example, but imagine if you're pitching the history of, I don't know, Sabiq or Ma'adin or Aramco, etc.
Something corporate.
Something very corporate,
Very neutral.
very corporate history, etc. Not personal at all. Netflix says, fine, but include the LGBTQ angle. explicitly told, if you're not putting that angle within it, we will not push it through. قالوا يا جماعة الخير وش دخلنا? What does this have to do with the subject matter?
It's not about the subject matter.
Exactly.
It's about the ideology.
I'm sorry. That was
That was a good goal. That was a really good goal.
See the goal?
Yeah.
That was a dirty goal.
It was about-
Oh my god, bro.
I thought you were going to sneeze.
No. That goal was
That's
so
the
good,
reaction,
bro. I apologize to our listeners, but Newcastle just scored an amazing goal. They're losing. It's 4-1, but
it's a
still it
really
was
good
an
goal.
amazing goal.
So we're talking about
What a dirty player, yo.
we're talking about a media company that's trying to push a certain agenda. It's trying
Subhanallah.
to,
We
trying to
talked-
shape a certain narrative. What
We
a surprise!
talked about that on the podcast when we first started, when Netflix was pushing the whole LGBTQ down our throat. They even made that Muslim girl lesbian movie show or some shit.
Well,
Yeah,
one?
so it was something
What
that
was
happened
it
a while ago. I have no idea.
It was about some 7-year-old being gay or some shit.
A lot of
be more
people-
specific.
Yeah.
Be more specific.
It sounds like everything Netflix.
It was a controversy that happened a couple of years ago. But again, we're going back to pushing your agenda down people. And another part of this story is the fact that the algorithm is the product of its creators, right? So
Yep.
at the end of the day, we're going to a specific set of people. It's these guys, the programmers, that are the problem, because these guys are the true gatekeepers in this situation.
Yeah,
they're the ones feeding the AI with the information that leads it to conclude that, hey, all y'all are homies, but
They're
you know,
the reason we look at China closing its internet as bad. They're the reason we look at, if anything China does, we have to look at it with a grain of salt, because how could they do that? They, for a long time, they were basically nurturing us to like the things that they don't like, and create a generation that's our generation to come and stand for the things that they stand for, as if they were right. But they went so far that it broke itself. Now everybody's looking at like, oh, yo, what the hell is this? Let me ask you a question. Knowing what you know today, with all the tricks and all the plays, do you blame China for closing its internet
no.
Nope.
at all?
Nope.
Not even one bit?
No.
No. I mean, the logic is quite clear, honestly. There's a lot of ways that you can psychologically manipulate people throughout all of these different touch points that you have, from the internet to tablets to your phone and you know what? I'd rather not have that influence here.
Here's the thing.
Especially when it comes to China, that's a society that's very
Not only that,
different compared to the
have
world
an enemy, and
terms of their
the enemy is
values.
called the West. So you have basically, you're going against all these enemies. So these enemies are coming try to attack you internally. So you have a reason why you will need to close it, to protect your own people from the rhetoric attack from outside.
Keep in mind, there's a big ideological element here as well, with China being,
Yeah.
communist China and the West being capitalist West.
Here's the thing. You need to understand, the median Democratic voter, when he goes mask off, it is scary. Because have you been on Twitter when they repealed Roe versus Wade in the US?
Yeah, I remember that.
It was a fun day on Twitter.
For us.
Because
we're not involved.
It's not my country, not my problem. One of the justices that voted for repealing Roe versus Wade was black. And the timeline was full of the hard R that day
Yes.
from leading Democratic voters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Such inclusivity.
Yeah.
Mask off. قال لك هو
Yeah,
mask
it's
off.
basically, we're seeing it right now with specifically the Arab and Muslim community in Michigan, specifically because it's a swing state.
Yeah.
And because of the bullshit that Biden is doing with Israel, he is very likely might lose Michigan. And if he loses Michigan, he'll probably lose the race itself. So you see a bunch of Democrats saying, Arabs in Michigan.
Yeah,
But
it's in
these
Michigan.
are nice civil liberties you have. Be a shame if something bad happened to him.
Wow.
It's like literally like, if you vote for Trump, he's gonna be even worse. I'm like, don't police somebody's morals and convictions because your guy messed up.
No, but again, it's the whole tech angle of projecting reality through a different lens and coloring it in a way that serves our agenda.
I'm all for closing the internet in the Middle East to have its own thing. I'm really all for that. I've been so vocal about that on the podcast for so long. It's because it's the only weapon they actually have. It's the only weapon that they use against you.
But the world economy, Badul.
I don't care about that. No, we have our own meme generation. Alhamdulillah, كويس, ممتاز.
Okay.
We have
That's
our
the
own
only thing he
trolling.
cares about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
It'll
all
give
I
me a
care
hot
about. Ew.
the OG.
Yeah.
Let's go down in history, bro. It'll give me a hot off. This is gonna be, bro, written in history books.
Etched in stone.
literally etched in stone. شوف يعني
Oh my god.
يعني getting to that point I don't think is يعني you still have a lot of services that you rely on you know these companies for. No, it's not just in terms of the services, حتى the hardware and the software itself.
Yes, but now we're in a new generation, so we can get out of this topic and go somewhere where you're talking about.
Yeah.
PIF announced its new company called Alat.
Yes.
Alat Technologies.
Alat Technologies. Alat. Oh, first off, the whole idea and the concept of it is fucking amazing, which falls to everything that you just said right now.
What
It's
is
a
that?
company that's supposed to handle all the tech, all the hardware and software when it comes to new technologies. So it goes from either home appliances to security cameras to infrastructure for internet, for servers, for whatever it is, anything that has to do with tech, even silicon chips.
So it's basically our future creator in a
Yes.
sense.
They're not like that, bro.
No. And it's in terms of you know,
It's
what you
tomorrow
just said.
made better.
Tomorrow made better. We're talking about a company here that is transforming KSA through sustainable technology. That's what their website says. I like this.
Yes.
Yeah, let me see what.
By the way, me and Shamsi sat here like literally like slobbering all over the logo.
not just the logo. Like
The logo's amazing.
Yeah, the logo is amazing because it's. You want to know it's amazing, Turks?
Why?
It's why is Apple called Apple?
Because
Because it starts with an A and
It wants it to be the first thing. So
Yes.
it starts with A as well. Alat. It's even before Apple. It's A. Okay, so it's like an arrow. And you know,
Yes.
and that was the description that I was telling him. I'm like, we were watching basically the
I like the logo, but I didn't see any breakdown of it. عطني breakdown.
no, just look at it. you
Yeah,
know.
I love it.
We were talking about it and we're watching them describe basically what Alat is supposed to do. So it's supposed to have 7 verticals, right? Smart devices, smart buildings, smart appliances, smart health, advanced industrials, and next-gen infrastructure. So we are talking about a company that is literally going to change your life or aims to change your
Give me the
life.
breakdown again. 7 pillars.
Devices, buildings, smart devices, smart buildings, smart appliances, smart health, advanced industrials, and next-gen infrastructure. So
Nice.
smart devices, we're talking about your new phone that is connected to, you know, all of your, you know, digital infrastructure here in Saudi, you know, immediately, like you buying this phone, all of the things that you need to do to activate your, I'm just imagining here.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
No,
you have.
also they announced their partnership with Tahakum. Tahakum runs Sahar and almost all the CCTVs. Now you create the cameras for the specs that you want for your segment.
تفصيل.
Exactly. It's like rather than like, oh, where can we find this technology to fit the things that we want to do?
Let's
we
make
have
it.
the company to make that technology
Exact.
for the things that we need today and tomorrow.
Nice.
And it's amazing. It's an amazing company.
Wow.
I have like such high hopes for it.
So they announced basically, so speaking of the partnerships, they have 4 global partnerships with leading tech companies, including SoftBank Group, okay, which is one of the biggest funds that's developing tech around the world. The Carrier Corporation,
ACs.
AC is basically one of the biggest AC manufacturers in the world.
Who
Dahua,
was that started it? If I'm not mistaken?
Dahua Technology and Tahakum.
Yep. And there's like many more coming out. They already said they have like a couple coming out real soon. So that company alone, just being a major player here for what we're trying to do in NEOM, what we're trying to do in tech, what we're trying to do in everything, it's going to be a crazy company.
Alat will invest $100 billion by 2030 to enhance the capabilities of the technological sector.
Nice.
And what are they launching at the end of the year?
They're launching their own factory, smart factory, basically.
Ooh.
Trying to watch that.
You know?
For robotics.
Robotics.
Nice.
This company is getting involved in everything.
So, according to the CEO, this is part of the speech that we saw.
By the way, you can search Alat on YouTube. You can find the whole speech for yourself to watch it. It's really good.
In conjunction with our Amit Mitha, global CEO of Alat, said, in conjunction with our international and regional partners, the first 4, which we proudly announced today, we will redefine sustainable manufacturing. That's also something else that was mentioned. The fact that their reliance on sustainability as a core pillar of, you know, how the company is structured. Alat's mandate is focused on harnessing the kingdom's solar, wind, and green hydrogen clean energy. We are passionately using technology to transform businesses, leveraging cutting-edge AI technology and 4th industrial revolution technologies for manufacturing. These are like the key words here, basically. This is not only using clean energy, but applying sustainability measures to all our operations, building logistics and supply chain with sustainability at the core of everything we do. So it's something that's basically being built for the future in terms of how can I make this something that doesn't just serve me here in Saudi, but serves like literally the entire world. That's why, and that's when we stopped the video. I'm like, did you see the logo? It's Alat, right? And it's an A, and it sounds
It's a triangle at the center.
It's a triangle at the center, which looks like a dir'iyya window. That's the triangle in the center of it.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's an A, it's like this sharp. It sounds to me what we're trying to do is we are trying to be the tip of the spear in terms of creating the future. Like in terms of looking at Saudi as a place where, hey, you want to know where tomorrow is actually coming to life? Look at Saudi. They're doing it today.
Too deep.
Yeah,
I think it's the best named company that we have so far.
Alat.
Yes.
So short, simple, easy
Straight to the point.
Exactly.
Easy to pronounce. It's shamil marra. It's so wide. Alat.
It's an Arabic word.
It's an Arabic word.
Yeah.
And everything falls under Alat. And Alat is anything you construct, a machine, any machine you could call an Alat.
Yeah.
So covers a whole lot of things basically.
Yeah, shout out to everybody involved. We wish everybody the best.
Amen.
Sounds amazing. We look forward to new things in the future. Getting Alat phones or Alat. Bro, it's like Koreans walking in getting a Samsung TV. حقا.
محلي.
Exactly. محلي.
So
Oh my
about the manufacturing plant, Alat and SoftBank will establish a next generation industrial automation business in Saudi that will manufacture groundbreaking industrial robots, investing up to $150 million to establish a fully automated manufacturing and engineering hub that will serve local and global demand, to be opened by December 2024.
Dude, a smart home catered to the Saudi families is something I can't wait for.
And creating that here, basically.
Yes. Exactly what a Saudi family needs.
Yes, if you ring the doorbell, قول طالعين.
No, I just
حياكم الله.
No, but think of it in terms of being able to literally build like the entire system from your phone to your house to
Everything smart.
to your neighborhood, being able to have all of those plugged in. Like if we're talking now today about, being able to rely on the metro system, for example, imagine a world in which like the bus that takes you to the station is automatically plugged into your alarm clock at home or your phone, and you're getting those notifications, and everything is just synced seamlessly, right?
Yeah.
Ecosystem, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Also, you have access to a lot of countries that you can sell these things to.
True.
And that's one of the leading, drivers as well, like becoming
100%.
that hub of new technology.
You
for the world.
finally have all these electronics that you can gauge how well is it doing and how well you're manufacturing it, and how you are in whatever industry that you're in. You can see how much percentage you took from that industry, how well that product is doing, and you can adapt and change rather than take a wild guesses hoping a board will come from China and this software will come from this place.
Exactly.
Right now you have it all in-house, so you can make things specific to specific regions. Because if everybody that lived in a region like ours, like so hot, had countries that were thriving, then more things will be manufactured specifically for us.
Yeah, heard of JavaScript? How about TailScript? Heard of Python? How about Thub?
This guy.
I hate you.
I
so
hate this
much.
guy, bro.
I remember how much we raved on when Apple made their own silicone.
Yeah.
No, خلاص, this is going to be like exactly what they need.
Their own chip,
Yeah.
And you saw how well it did.
It was ridiculous.
their machines.
It
Yeah.
was another level.
Yes.
And here we're talking about creating our own semiconductors. We're talking about creating our own machines. We're talking about
Up to the specs that we need.
محلي.
Yeah.
وطني.
Support local.
Exactly, super local. Amazing. Anyway, before we switch topics, how about we play Aziz's new track? It's called Talk to Me Nice. Have you heard it?
I have not heard.
I haven't heard it either, to be very honest. Shout out to Aziz.wav.
Keeping the wave alive.
Keeping the wave alive.
I'm watch.
No.
Yeah, Aziz, this is gonna be like a 10-second intro, bro. Like, get to the point, bro. I'm joking.
We are on another level, I always ask for doubles. You make me make deals with devils.
Hey.
Yeah. We are on another level, I always ask for doubles. You make me make deals with devils. Yeah. We on a different route, can't see where I'm going. How you gon' ask for some, I'm going. The wave ain't happy, so you can't control.
Hey.
You can try to run, ain't no catching up, baby. It's only up and up. Come here and sip my cup. You gon' feel it in your gut. boy. So talk to me nice, talk to me nice, talk to me nice. Whatever's the price, I got it alright. Just look in my eyes, I'm seeing the light. But girl, I'm choosing the dark side tonight. Ain't no stopping us, take flight. Alright, how you wanna be with me when I'm still running? When the trust is lost, you gotta earn.
Go ahead, Aziz.
Love the sound.
Who made the beat?
I haven't talked to Aziz about this.
We are on another level. You know, I always ask for doubles. You make me make deals with devils. Yeah, yeah. We are on another level. You know, I always ask for doubles. You make me make deals with devils. Yeah, yeah.
Track is called Talk to Me
Can't
Nice.
see where I'm
Aziz.wav. Aziz.wav.
Nice.
Because yeah, it's such a wave, you're not gonna find him. Shout out to Aziz. Great track.
Good stuff.
Shout out.
Very good
Music.
stuff, honestly.
Finally
Love the beat. Love the fact that, we're getting new music.
Okay, sir, can I finish my sentence, bro?
Halas, we get
First off, he's your cousin. And
Yes,
you don't know
exactly.
nothing about this?
No.
Jackie.
See, that's called being honest, Adil.
What the fuck has that to do with it? You mean like you didn't do your job of asking your
Something
cousin?
new for you,
Yeah.
Chefs. Yeah, being
Why are you
honest.
putting it on me, asshole?
No.
Anyway, great fucking track. So me and number one, we were having an argument before you guys came here. And I want to bring this argument to the podcast. And now it might be uncomfortable, but this is what the podcast is for.
Uncomfort. This is what we're here for.
discomfort.
The question was, how is the feeling around all these Arab girls on OnlyFans?
What?
Yeah, y'all didn't see that coming, did you?
Okay. What Arab girls on OnlyFans, Adil?
And this is how we see.
Tell me more.
Send me links.
I have no awareness of this realm that you speak of.
Let me do my research,
Yes.
and I come back to you next
Sir,
week.
sir, if you want me to talk about something, let me know what it is prior to the conversation starting.
For the record, the topic suggested was tangentially related to OnlyFans.
Okay. Is this what he's looking for? Questions?
No, I think so. I'm putting two and two together now. Oh, that's why you wanted looking for questions.
Oh, we wanted to be anonymous. No, sir. No, sir. You bring your pervertedness so it's direct.
No, it was a conversation that he was having with someone else, and we were exchanging point of views on it. Because right now we are in a different era than we were before, so the point of views at it is kind of a little bit different, but a lot of the same.
Okay.
Right? So I don't remember exactly. Actually, I remember, but I don't want to bring it up. Like,
I'm trying to be subtle here.
Ask me.
You know.
Right? But the question was, do people care?
Do
Yes.
people care?
Yes.
Yes.
As we talk about our societies.
Yes.
Al-Khalij,
Yes.
Middle East.
Yes.
Okay, go on.
That's the question. Like
Okay.
when you hear, yo, there's an whatever
Flana.
Flana. Trying to skip names here. Right? And she has an OnlyFans. Like, how do you react to that?
Astaghfirullah al-Azim.
Yeah, yeah,
No, sure.
if we're gonna bullshit this podcast, like, give me a heads up early on.
That's the thing. It's another side. It's another side of the moral degeneracy of the world. If I do it, it's another side of how social media
Exactly.
is destroying us as societies.
It's-
The fact that it's made okay for people to sell whatever it is that they're selling. Because
we do not know.
Because I don't know.
What is
They're selling
OnlyFans?
what I do. But something is being sold here. There is an exchange, and usually it's access to private or intimate things. Which
My reaction, it's sad.
it is.
It is genuinely sad because this is something that
Oh, wait. Is it sad that it's happening, or is it sad that people don't have a problem with it?
It's sad that it's seen as acceptable.
it's a
Both
li-
ends, okay.
it's a little bit of both. But honestly,
By the way, there's like
I like that you asked him the question. He answered.
No,
here's the question.
That
Like
look.
we joked about OnlyFans so many times on this podcast, and you
Okay.
were involved in it,
Yeah.
and now the fact that you act like you're a dumbass
I'm
is
offended.
amazing.
I'm
It's
offended.
amazing.
I'm offended if I do it. Scandalized, I say. Okay.
I say. All right, that's good. Okay,
Yeah.
number one, I'm sorry. You're saying.
so it's sad because the fact that you would have to resort to this of all things to make a living, it's genuinely heartbreaking because you're tacitly admitting that you do not have anything of value to offer to the world, to society, to the economy other than this.
No. See, there's multiple assumptions.
Again,
I want to joke so bad,
Yeah, there's multiple
but I
assumptions
know
there.
I'm gonna be in so
Malik,
much
you're
trouble.
roasted.
Here-
No, but
again,
you're assuming that they don't have anything but.
Hold on.
It's an extra revenue
So
stream.
here's the thing. We are all in agreement about the cultural and religious component of this. The issue here is that we're not really tackling it on the moral and economic level, because at the end of the day, let's say you are X on this site. That's going to be with you forever. That site might be shut down tomorrow. It might get into some trouble tomorrow. But that,
the memories.
the memories, whatever it is, but basically that stain will be with you forever. You can't really go back from that, I think.
Keep in mind that you call it a stain, but it's only a stain if I see it as one. Right? If I don't give a fuck what you think.
Exactly.
If I am living my life, I am making my
My
money.
life.
Okay.
My life.
I'm making my
Cartman, chill.
money.
Okay.
And then fuck you and your opinion, right? So which maybe adds to the sadness part of it that maybe you kind of should care about what.
Okay, first off, I'm not asking you how you feel about
No, I don't-
pornography. All right, that's not my question.
In terms of okay.
This ties back to the idea of that, okay, and then ترى حياتك بتكمل. Because people talk about this back in the day. Hugh Hefner was seen in his youth as the cool guy.
Yeah,
But as he got older, in his 80s, 90s.
the cool sad guy.
No, just the sad guy. Just sad. Sad. I'm like, yo, you're...
Rich and sad.
the rich part is kind of debatable at this
Well,
point.
well, look, it was sad to you, but to people who live in that culture, to some of them, or a lot of them, it's not sad.
Yeah, because it's sort of messed up because people look at damn Bilzerian or Blizzard Entertainment, whatever his name is,
Yeah.
and they look at somebody to aspire to. I'm like, yo, relax. That's just weird and gross.
Yeah, because it's for teenagers. But dude, this is how I'm looking at it. I'm not looking at it in terms of how we feel, how disgusted we are by it. This is something that we already have. But to Shamsi's point a second ago, when he was talking about if I don't give a shit about how you feel, then I do not look at it as a stain. And this is where the conversation is. Do we look at it, or does society look at it here, as in you are doing something bad and it's affecting you, or is it affecting all of us?
Both.
Well, because I think society looks at it. There is no you here in this context.
Thank you.
You does not exist because
Bentana.
you represent us. No matter how much you try to dissociate yourself from us, you are part of the collective. That is how society here is constructed. It's structured on the collectiveness of us all. You know, that's why we have tribes and families and all that. And rarely do you find someone who comes out on his own. And we've heard of all the stories of the artists that, get, whether it's disowned by their families or disconnected by their peoples because, hey, we ما نقدر الشيء اللي قاعد تسويه انت. غلط ذاك تفشلنا انت.
There's a
and
difference.
this is just another level of it.
No.
But I don't. Okay,
You-
I don't make it lightly I don't want to make it light when I say another level of it because there is a
here's-
religious and
No. When you're saying there's a difference between كسر المألوف and which is what people doing when they're choosing to be artists, etc. That's something unusual. But if you dig down to it, it is acceptable.
سؤال.
دقيقة. But that is in no way acceptable. That is haram. من الآخر.
No, but again, let me ask a question here. Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question here. Putting aside the purely, pornography element of it or the obscenity element of it, if someone has an OnlyFans where they're selling you private access to their life, making you feel like, hey, I'm listening. You get what I'm saying? You know where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
How is that different? How is that different from any of the influencers out there that sell you these products?
The problem isn't with the site; it's the content on the site. So if you're selling content that is not objectionable, there's nothing to object to.
Okay.
Damn, yo, you're gonna pick up your face really
No,
quick.
I'm asking. I'm asking.
Pick it up.
There's an assumption.
Because I saw where you're going, but he shot you down quick.
But
son.
see, that's
He's
the
been
thing.
thinking deeply about this.
as I think
I can tell you. No, but that's the thing. There's an assumption here that if you're on OnlyFans, this is what you're selling me. It's always an assumption.
Exactly.
There's always the assumption.
Yeah,
You don't know.
It's
if
like when
you're-
your parents, you hang out with someone that smokes, they think you smoke. Same thing.
Yeah, but again,
At the end of the day, OnlyFans is just a dirty Patreon.
again, the inception,
All right.
the inception.
No, don't bring me to this conversation with you.
You know? Do we not agree with this?
Look, I agree on a lot of things that both of you have said.
the inception of that site was paid content for creators.
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
That is the inception, and that is what is still written on the books. On
You're
the
a
books.
creator, aren't you?
On the books.
Yeah.
That stuff is sort of a happy accident.
People can do other things than what I usually thought with my product. What a world this is, you know? People have ingenuity.
Look, I'm not talking about the halal and haram of it because we already agree on what it is. So this is not my discussion. I think most of the battles and the arguments about it is because of what Shamsi said. There's no you. You represent us. If something happens to you, we will be there to protect you as people, as government. صح ولا لا?
Yes.
And so if you come
Or
in,
family or a tribe or whatever circle that is.
it's never you alone. So when you say, yo, this is my life, I do whatever I want to do, that's not actually accurate to the way that we live our lives.
Our lives.
Because you're trying to bring someone else's thought process and how they live their life and how they market their country. And you try to bring that to us saying, oh, I grew up, people tell me to be myself. Like, for example, like every time I meet someone who says, yo, I'm an individual, I'm different, right? They always look like...
Yes, asshole, bro. Asshole,
All
man.
right? Every time I meet someone that says they're different, they're a copy of someone else.
I'm an empath.
So every time I see them and they tell me, no, you have taste. You have specific taste. And that's why you look and act that way. But when you say, yo, I'm one of a kind, no, you're not. You look like someone else. It's like every time I see a girl that's talking to me about like health and energy,
it's the same
she's
doctor,
like,
Ad.
she's an A cup.
Same
Anyway,
doctor.
so the conversation is
Oh.
this. So they all come together, bro. They come together as a package. As a package, bro.
Okay.
As a package. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Both of you.
I'm not
That's
partaking
what I
in
thought.
this
That's what,
conversation.
exactly. None of you tell me I'm wrong. Anyway, so and just always white. Anyway, and she wears the pants that everyone in the middle. Anyway, so the conversation is this, right? We look at it as that you are disrespecting all of us, and a lot of them do use the "I am a Saudi girl" on, "I am a Kuwaiti girl" on, "I am a Jordan," whatever the hell it is. They're
Whatever
always
salacious.
it's selling.
Yeah, it's the unique selling proposition.
Packaging,
Exactly.
bruh.
Right? So this is why we all get angry because
You're
they
using-
put exactly they're using that name, our name, for whatever own personal use they have.
You're sensationalizing it by saying, "Hey, I'm this and that."
Yes,
You're
I
playing
think
on the
most
fact.
of the anger online every time these things come up is because of that. Because we're already in agreement in the haram. We're already in agreement in the aib. We're already in agreement in everything of what this is and how it is. But we're looking at it now on another level. So انت ما خفتي من ربك أو انت ما خفت من ربك and you don't care about anything else but yourself, why you bringing your drama to us? And I think this is where the heated debate keeps going on online every time these people start popping up.
That's the thing, and
I am Adil. Welcome to my
لا
TED Talk.
شوف, it goes to a deeper issue which we spoke about, which is the infiltration of that foreign influence into our cultural sphere, where we think that what they do is fine now. Doing what they do is fine.
You're describing الغزو الفكري.
And that's the deeper issue. It's not a new issue. It's
Close
something
the internet.
And there we go, brings us back to his point of closing the internet. That من جد, it's a full circle in terms of that conversation. If you had the closed internet, then you wouldn't have had to have access to this kind of information. But if you also had a closed internet, you probably wouldn't have a lot of the fucking trolls. The trolls that you have now that come up with this good shit and dumb shit wherever it is. But I believe part of the openness of the internet that allows you to contribute to the growth of a unique subset of cultures in very different ways. And some of those subcultures are good, and some of them are fucking terrible, and some of them might be healthy.
A lot of the anger also comes from that for a long, long time, these things, you kept them in your house, right?
Yeah.
Whatever things that you used to do that the people did not approve of, you kept it at home. You were in public as, just being a regular person, and then you went home and did your freak shit, right?
But now you can get paid.
But now,
To
a lot of
showcase.
people are trying to bring their freak shit outside.
No, because you're being told by them over there that you're fine.
I am
you're
a
not,
philosopher.
yeah,
I am a
You're being
philosopher.
told that you're not a freak. Why are you feeling ashamed about
Yeah.
yourself? Right? This is
Shame.
fine. It's fine for you to feel this way. A lot
Yeah.
of other people feel this
Yeah,
way.
Shane needs to make a comeback, honestly.
She needs to make a comeback.
Maybe
needs to come, needs to come
yeah,
back.
maybe we were too harsh on Aib.
Yo, we
ما
kind
قدرناك.
of killed Aib.
Yeah, ما قدرناك يا عيب. سوري ما عرفنا قيمتك. احنا اسفين يا عيب.
We used it and abused it.
To Abe, ترى Abe matters for a reason in society and culture. Like Abe,
Yes.
there's a reason why there is Abe. Because, never mind. Anyways.
What do you mean, never mind?
Yeah, it's just going back to
Finish
that.
the thought, you idiot.
Finish the thought, because you want to police behavior at the end of the day. Abe is how you police behavior.
It's
Yeah.
it's for collective health.
Yani, policing behavior so society can live with each other and not kill each other. Yeah, putting it that way.
So we all agree that Shamsi has like an amazing OnlyFans account.
Patreon.
Patreon.
Yeah,
My bad, yeah,
Patreon.
my bad.
Sophisticated.
If you get the OnlyFans, do only Arab fans. I'm just joking.
is that a new version? Is that like a Pirate Bay?
It's gonna be mine.
Yeah.
It's gonna be just sheikhs, just saying
Okay.
Aib.
You want exclusive Salah content? Sign up here.
Only heads.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey yo, no,
My head. My head.
Yeah.
nope.
My big
Okay,
head.
listen. The internet is not big enough for your head. Number one. Yeah, let's be real here.
All right, Zordan.
Call back.
Oh my god.
So nothing else happened this week.
I mean,
before we go
happy
on?
Foundings Day, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had to wear green to remind us of this. Happy Founding
Happy
Day,
Founders Day, everybody. That was beautiful. I went outside for a minute. And, yes, but for that 20 minutes of me just doing a circle around my house, just to escape, it was beautiful to watch everybody waving the flags, everybody getting dressed up, everybody playing Saudi music everywhere. It was just
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And
Unity about dude, unity.
yeah, you had people
Collective
from,
identity.
you had almost half the GCC here also.
Yeah.
You know?
There was a lot of like different license plates. I was so happy to see them here.
That tells you our Khaliji brothers are happy that we were founded too.
Exactly. They came to celebrate with us.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can say toddlers in Baraga approved. Look, very cute. I approve. I approve.
Got you?
I approve. It's like a punch in my male ovaries.
No,
I see one. I see one.
Sounded so
You have to
wrong.
make it weird.
It's so many levels, bro. Like what's going on, bro? No, stop.
I see little baby and she's wearing a nonna clothes and like I want one. أبغى
Okay.
أبغى أشتري من السوق.
No, you can't do that.
Not
Yeah,
anymore.
but it's honestly, I appreciate the fact that we do celebrate the founding of this country, right? Like it is a story, and it's
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful story, and like I was going through the website that they had, and it's just being able to build that story of who we are and where we came from, and it is something that is true. It's bringing back الإرث هذا, the
Yeah.
heritage.
Look, the beautiful thing about the National Day and Founding Day is both of them have two different themes, and it allows everybody to participate. So even if you don't want to go out, you're going to just meet your cousins or your family members or whatever it is, تجتمعون, right? Everybody's dressed in a certain way, and it's always beautiful to have that,
في كيكة لازم دايم في
It's
كيكة.
not about that's your family. Y'all just buy cake for everything.
حب مرة كيكة.
Funeral, black cake.
Exactly. It was blue this time.
This time. This time.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's beautiful to have these kind of traditions that we can.
How do you guys feel about everybody celebrating it as a cultural Halloween?
I just told you I am so down for
I-
that.
I-
But again, it's not really a Halloween.
I don't agree with that.
not a
I
Halloween.
mean,
Yeah.
everyone's dressing up, and it's a costume party outside.
Again, a different.
It's a throwback.
Cultural costume party.
It's
Yeah,
throwback.
exactly.
It's throwback Thursday.
It's called
a theme.
role play.
It's a theme.
It's throwback Thursday.
Okay, I don't think it's Thursday.
It was on Thursday.
Throwback Khamis.
it was.
It was Throwback Thursday.
Yeah, but it's again, you're celebrating. That's one of the beautiful things about this country. There is that diversity in terms of the style and the clothing and where you came from originally and how they used to dress back in the day. Celebrate that, bro. It's beautiful. It is
You
beautiful.
are celebrating
Identity,
literally
bro.
not only your culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
That's why I'm so happy to have all those things. Turks.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Let me
I'm
tell
not,
you.
I'm not saying anything, but I did hear people like complain about, oh no, it should be about like the history and learning.
It
and
is.
everything.
It should be.
I'm pretty sure they're doing that in
Of
school.
course, this is
I'm
part
pretty
of it.
sure. Yeah, and there's stories and stuff. I don't know what do you do in schools. I don't know.
Teach.
You do-
Teach. Yes,
Show
they
it.
teach.
Yes, that's what they do in schools. You goddamn idiot!
Yes.
God, everybody says this goddamn podcast is a fucking idiot.
Sophisticated podcast in the world.
No, but there's show and tell.
The
you
costume,
know,
the
Yeah,
costume
they-
part of it is just a
I
flair.
don't mean
kid. That's-
there's storytelling time.
Yes.
There's feeling corner. There's different things.
Hey,
There's
yo.
regional identity exposure.
What?
There's
I don't know what happened in your school, but we didn't have a feeling corner in my school.
Like if you had feelings, you
Nobody
went to that
feeling
corner.
me.
What?
You know,
He's like he has a feeling corner.
No,
Wallah.
no.
Okay, that's
Was it dark?
so.
It was dark.
No,
So
you
that's
get-
what happened in 7th grade.
you got to feel things.
No.
Oh, we can't talk about what happened in 7th
Yeah.
grade.
No.
Still,
But again,
But
it's
he
about
felt
haunts
things.
him.
it's
He
about
felt
that sensory it's about that sensory experience, Turks. It's about that sensory experience. You know,
Yeah.
you can't just hear about founding gay. You need to see it.
founding who?
What?
Founding day. You need to see
Okay,
it.
about to
That's
say
not
it.
what I heard.
That's not what I heard.
ركز انتوا وياه. Mind out of the gutter, please. I'm all for the whole people just.
You guys celebrate?
طلعت في الشارع.
What'd you wear?
He didn't wear anything,
سمعت الأغاني.
but he was carrying
Nice.
around
Yeah.
the bag of salt.
Why am I a witch? What the fuck?
He was willing to barter. That's a deep cut.
didn't see it coming
Never
That's
mind.
not
good. Yeah.
You?
So
So happy founding day.
happy
everybody.
founding day.
Happy founding day.
I hope y'all found yourselves.
I really wish.
That's not what the hell is for.
Yo.
You vibes and energy.
Ya Allah, ya Allah, ya Allah. Why can't you, with your A cup, just take things seriously?
I did you bad doing. I did find myself in the feeling corner.
Oh my god. Oh, no.
Special holiday,
I hate
man,
this
dude.
podcast. bro.
Special holiday.
Every day at 7 p.m.
See,
Mom, don't come in. It's my special holiday.
this is why I don't show up on time, man, dude. This is why I need that time to myself, bro. So I can come to you with this energy. Oh, wow.
Yo, oh my
I'll
god.
double بس
It's 7 p.m. somewhere.
7 p.m.
somewhere.
Let me go feel myself.
So this is the last episode of Past the Cup, right?
This is definitely it, bro. Also, the Saturday Cup was happening right now. We wouldn't be able to attend it, and at the same time, there was a lot of fashions. There was
Sufla
There's
can
always a lot
continue.
of
there
fashion.
was some weird stuff, but
Yeah.
I think we'll get to it next week.
If you don't understand couture, number one, then shut the hell up.
Pronounce it correctly. It's
Exactly,
couture, you
yeah.
idiot.
Couture. You
Couture.
dumb motherfucker.
Okay, see, no, we can't do that. That is wrong. Apologize.
Asif,
Hey, why we
asif.
can't do that?
Haute
You dumbass.
couture.
Anyways,
Haute couture.
anyway,
Anyway.
where were we?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
because of Founding Day, Entitled sends me a message at 2 a.m.
Ooh, story time.
and he's like, "Hey."
بس لك شيء بكرة.
No. He's like, I just talked to Swizz. I'm like, he's like, oh, I'm dropping Legend Dot. And it's 2 a.m. Do you think I'm going to argue with Entitled at 2 a.m. in the morning?
You're never going to argue with the titles.
Hell no.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, let's go. Do your thing.
Good timing. Let's start off there. He had lead up, at least. I like 2 hours heads up. You know?
I think that was the upload time.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, this is happening. Okay, الناس حتصحى بكره حتلقى الشيء هذا موجود. Which is honestly, I think, يعني good timing.
This track has been sat on for a long, long time.
A while.
How about we play the track first and we'll discuss the track? How about that?
Go.
Is that much better?
Let's go.
Yes.
From the beginning, it's fire. So anyway,
Yeah, I missed this track.
Start off strong, ending strong.
I don't know, where is it? I don't want to blast it in people's ears.
نحن كسعوديون قد نسامح لكن لا ننسى لا نغضب لا نغضب وإن غضبنا لأجل الدار ولأجل الوالي ايد بإيد بن سلمان ومن جاء قبله لأجل الدين لو أنت فنان ولك لسان تمثل مين مثل نفسك أو دعاية سعد الدين وإن كان ما عجبه جيب له جاك الشاهي سكبله ادرس تيناين وإن جبرسي سوي سكبله ما عاش من ضرب دياري وهي ديار القبلة وللي يجرب محمد ألف حساب يحسب له لأجل الدار ولأجل الوالي ولأجل الدين ولأجل الأجيال ولأجل السين ولأجل الدال ولأجل الشعب ونرسم حال قلم تلوين على الألحان وإن كان حاجتك تنهي أنا السيفين وإنت السال وإن كان غايتك ترميه أنا الرصاص وإنت الدال تركنا القيل تركنا القال لأجل الدار مشاور حال لأجل الديار وكل من شال الراية بداره وإن كان دايرة بها أحوال وإن كان دايرة بها زلا put on for my city Bratton Browns in my city.
There's a determination to not allow us to create a new narrative. And my question is why? You ask us to change, but then when we begin to exhibit change, you come to us with cynicism. And I don't know how to explain how destructive that is when you wake up every morning and you go into the office and you're motivating people to make a change for their community. And we are so thrilled and we're so excited and the article ends up, this was fabulous, but. Why but? Do you say that to anyone else? Is it because we're in the Middle East and there's a history of what you did not feel assimilated to your values? But please understand the values we have are different. They're not right or wrong, they're different and they should be honored for what they are. When we're at fault, call us out. When we're not, I would just say, acknowledge it. You don't have to agree with it, but that but is so detrimental to the women I work with and the women I try to inspire. But I will remind you what I remind them. We are not working for anyone outside of this nation. We're working for this nation, for the women of our nation, for the men of our nation, for the evolution of where we need to be, and that's how we will benefit you.
Oof.
Well,
Fucking
honestly,
yo,
honestly,
this track.
definitely.
This
Like
track.
just listening to it from top to bottom.
No,
I
this
love
track.
this. I love this. I can't get enough of it.
This track is just amazing.
Absolutely
He's,
amazing.
he's the best.
Well, Sense was asking, and let me give you out the background of the story. We just wrapped up a Swiss project
This was
at that time.
a while ago.
Yes, it was like about a year and a half ago or something like that. We wrapped up a Swiss project, and me and Ntitled was sitting down in his house, and we were talking about the project. And I was telling him about things that I like and things that he thought was missing and I thought was missing. And we just it was just a brainstorming session, that regular conversation that me usually him have. And then I was telling him, I was like, yo, this is a track that I always wanted to do. And he was like, what is it? I was like, I always wanted this one track, that one Saudi track. Like really a Saudi track. Like I want to be very deep and really tells us how it is for us as a Saudi. Not as an individual or as this or as that. It's just, I want this collective track.
Like something that gives you a feel of green, like كده تحس كده في
Exactly.
You know?
Ntitled, if I remember correctly, it's not Ntitled for this. If I remember correctly, Ntitled, I think he was already writing the verse. If I remember correctly.
Okay.
Or he had some of it down or the idea of it down. And I think we were going through beats and we were talking back and forth. Then I think he played it for me. He was like, listen, I'm doing this. And I think, I don't remember exactly, but I remember he had some of it written down already. And then we started brainstorming again. And the clip for Her Royal Highness Princess Salima bint Sultan and the clip for General, I forgot his name. Was it Turkey? I forgot. Anyway, this was during when we were going town to town with Houthis. Those clips,
the spokesman for the Saudi army during the Houthi engagements.
So I have a lot of clips of our national heroes speaking and
National icons
and heroes, all of them, from His Royal Highness Prince Turki Faisal to the Crown Prince to kings. Like I have a lot of those things. I always keep them. I enjoy watching our leaders speak. And like there's a lot of funny ones with King Fahd.
Obviously.
Yeah, there was a lot of, even in Lemir Sultan Allah Yarhamum. But so I had a lot of those around. So I was telling Ntitled, I was like, yo, there's this. I was just sharing things with
like
them.
inspiring content.
Exactly. Yo, this would fit here. This would fit there. What do you think of this? What do you think of that? And you know, Ntitled, when it comes to creation, he absorbs everything. And so I was like, yo, how about we do this way? How about we do that? And he was like, oh, how about we do this? How about we do that? Now, here's the thing with Ntitled that internally we all know because we know him personally, but to a lot of people do not know. I left those ideas with Ntitled and I went home.
For a day.
Okay. Next day, Ntitled sends me a link, right? I was busy with a few things. I wrapped it up and then I called. I was like, yo, where you guys? Did you hear? I was like, here, why? The link I sent you. I was like, I'm going to listen to it on my way to you. And I played it And I think it was 90% of what everybody heard here.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a lot of changes.
Ad-libs, basically.
No. I'm talking about
90%
90%.
of this.
He just made very small little changes later on. He's like, yo, I think this will fit here better. This would do better. But the arrangement,
The structure.
the structure, everything on fucking point.
Homie had a house.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do. When everything clicked into place, he just went in. And the words, bro, he's such an amazing wordsmith.
Amen.
The way,
Amen.
like the feeling
The
that
flow.
you get off of those words,
Yeah.
the flow, everything.
No, it's not just it's the feeling and the fact that you're getting a message of who we are and how we see ourselves and what we are capable of doing
Let's play this while
from
we're
two
talking.
very different sources, right? And
Sorry about
both of-
those everyone's ears.
and both of them ring very true. Like, and for me, the speech that he chose, you know, some of those words of those speech, the fact that that word "but" is so destructive,
Yeah.
the fact that we're, you know, looking towards our evolution, the fact that it's so detrimental, like those are key words that
Yeah, Princess
describe
Nima
it.
knocked it out the
Yeah,
park.
honestly,
Amen.
a lot, and it describes our feeling as a people.
Hold on,
I think
hold on.
very
This is
strongly.
جودة عاد سعد الدين وإن كان ما عاد بجيب له جاك الشاهس قبله ادرس تيناين وإن جبارسي سوى قبله ما عاش من ضرب دياري وهي ديار القبلة وللي جرب محمد ألف حساب يحسب له
اللي جرب محمد ألف حساب يحسب له and then he goes into
ونجل
this.
الجال ونجل السين ونجل الدال ونجل الشعب ونرسم حال قلم تلوين على الألحان وإن كان حاجتك تنهي أنا السيفين وإنت السال وإن كان غايتك ترميه أنا الرصاص وإنت الدال تركنا القيل تركنا القال لأجل الدار مشى بالحال لأجل
Everyone,
الديار
please go listen to it on
وكل
like Spotify, Apple TV, whatever. Just
It's called لأجل
Yeah.
الدار. It's written in Arabic عشان ما تضيعوا نفسكم.
And
The
it's-
podcast audio doesn't do it justice.
No, at all. This track is just amazing.
Saudi pride.
Your
still
boy
in the
has
track.
bars for days.
Oh,
Hey,
easily. Me and Noor, like every now and then we talk about this track. Before anyone even heard this, the only people that heard it was us and Noor, Swizz, and a few other people. You know, and like every time we remember this track, when we were in LA, we were annoying Entitled about this track. Like, yo, this track, bro, this track. And Entitled always wanted to release it, but he was timing everything. There's a lot of things that's been going on in the background. So finding the right time to release this was never there. So the second he told me, yo, I talked to Swizz, I'm gonna drop this. I'm like, fuck yes.
Perfect. About time.
Get it out, bro.
About time. And not just that, like, keeping in mind, like, this is a Swizz produced track. Like, if we weren't clear enough about this track was produced by Swizz Beats. And I remember very
Entitled and Swizz.
Entitled and Swizz. And I remember very well the first time I heard this track. And you came up to me. There was a big thing going on at that time.
Yeah.
And you were late. You know, you should have, as a Adil does. You know, and you came to me and you just had that. You're like, get in the car, and I got it. Like, yo, just shut up. I'm like, yo, I had a lot to say, and you're like, just shut the fuck up and listen. And you played this track, and I just remember seeing the look at your face, and you're like, yo, this is exactly what I wanted. And he just, like, this is so much
100%.
better than I could have expected in terms of the actual result. But this is what was missing. This was the missing
He
piece.
blew it out the fucking water
know?
with this one. I remember playing this for Rex in the car. Rex was screaming so loud, he came out of the sunroof. He's like, "Ah!" He just started putting up. Like, Rex!
down, Rex, down.
Shout out to the homie Rex truck, man.
Yeah, it was honestly, shout out to Entitled, shout out to
Shout out to Entitled, Swizz,
you
Good
know.
Intentions, Noor, everybody that's
Shout
been
out to
involved.
Adil.
Shout out to
Adil for honestly being the inspiring.
Boo.
No, for real, bro, for inspiring this.
You know me.
Because
I-
you said it.
boo.
Like, you were having
boo.
you were sitting down with him and you were having the conversation with him without, you know, your drive and initiation, you know.
Alhamdulillah. I'm happy that I got the chance to actually meet Entitled. It was honestly a gift to meet someone that talented. And at the same time, I'm grateful for Ntitled also allowing me to speak my mind, even though he knows when it comes to this, he's on one level, I'm on another. But Ntitled was always the person like, yo, tell me what y'all think, but I'll cook it my way. You know? You can never, I can tell, yo, this will sound better over here. He'll give me all the yeses in the world.
Honestly,
He's like, yeah, you're right. Man, the game is checking.
and honestly, looking back, like when I played this track in the car when it first dropped, I played once, played twice, played 6 times in a row, and then it started jumping through Entitled's discography, and then one of his tracks with Kalibi and Muayyad Dunya came on.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And then it just threw me back to that time when we first started the podcast and we first discovered Entitled, when you first discovered Entitled. And we started listening to his tracks. And
I
we're
did not discover. Entitled reached out to me. I didn't discover.
you know,
him.
that's what I'm saying. Like you came in, like, yo,
Yeah.
you guys heard this guy, right? And
It's
seeing the progress and not just the progress, being able to be part of his journey and that journey, the journey of creation, from sitting down with Swizz to actually creating that album to coming up with a result like this.
I was just
It's-
listening to Saddiqni last night. Dude, it's crazy. Dude,
And,
it's
and,
just
and, you,
amazing.
and you
yeah.
since you were
He's
just talking about
really
like
good.
the whole the trilogy, you know, the album trilogy
Yeah.
of Saddiqni and the album covers and how they're like, it's not just the album covers, it's the fact that you went and you got an established artist and you looked at his art and you let that drive you and you let that inspire you. And the fact that you walk into your studio and I see that album art every single time I walk into you, I stare and I can't help but laugh, you know?
Look, the support that we give Entitled is not enough. It's never been enough. Look, we always want to do more for Entitled, and Entitled is too good.
And he delivers. He
I
delivers.
think me and you were having discussion. You were Sense. I don't want you to get on the podcast, but I think me and Sense we had this conversation. I think last week or the week before, and he was talking about when it comes to hip hop in Saudi, there are levels and then there are Entitled.
Yeah.
there is
Yeah,
Entitled on
absolutely.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
True, very
Entitled is too good for everything that's happening around, but people's ears are used to basic things, and that's why they cannot comprehend what's happening with Entitled. I know someone who actually I think this is like a month ago. or
And we
something.
don't say this in a way that we're being obnoxious or snobby. No,
No, just who he is.
we're saying this in a way that
The
like,
recognition.
this is
Recognition
a maestro. Yes, exactly. He is a maestro of sound, fuck music. Talking about this goes beyond music.
He creates the music. He
You
writes
know?
the music.
And well, I'm just added.
And he seeks help whenever he needs help. He never says no to nobody. He never says, yo, I'm too big for everybody else. He's always been helping and supporting everybody else. I mean, he's on another level. And that's why we say he's on another level. And that's because we just like him, is because he is. And everybody that understands hip hop, and people that love hip hop, they all say the same exact thing. He's just different.
he crafts.
What he did
he's
with-
a craftsman.
What he did on Shabah,
That track.
that track alone was just crazy on its own. I still play Talk That Shit to today. You know?
Lick
Lick alone.
You know,
Lick Lick is
the entire Eden, bro. I still go like the different projects. You know, it brought to mind a little bit. Like I was listening to Kanye's album on the way here as well, and that the way we both of me and you looked at it came to mind, and it just it reminded me of like there are some people that will stop at nothing to seek an ideal, and Entitled is one of those people. Like seeking that ideal of sound, always chasing what's the next thing. What more can I create? How can I make this sound better?
How
or
many
different?
mixes have you seen for each track?
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Mix number
know?
1628.
And it goes beyond obsessive.
Maybe.
Yeah, it goes beyond obsessive. How many good fucking beats have you heard in his vault?
Yeah.
You know,
Dude, I asked him one day. I asked him, "Yo, I know this. One of my friends but wants to do like a blues thing, but with Arabic instruments." So, yani, the most ridiculous request. Like, oh, something like this. Sent me something from the SoundCloud from April 2022. Something crazy. Like, yes, exactly like this, motherfucker.
you describe you're able to bring to life something I can barely put into words,
Exactly. He already brought it to life.
Exactly.
Which one do you want?
and I can't even describe it.
Dude, it's crazy.
He's different, bro. He's different in every single way.
He is built different.
Oh, that's 100%, bro. He
Hey.
really, really.
If this
He puts in work.
if
Let's put it
this
that way.
wasn't enough for you to actually go to listen to Homie's music, like, yeah, you should check out a
Yeah.
different podcast.
Y'all need to buy me some time because I'm looking for a clip right now. So, yeah, how much we love Entitled? Tell me, everybody.
Yeah.
كبر راسه هنا خلاص نرجع لا.
How much I love
The
Entitled?
album art.
1,000.
Going back to
2,
even that,
1,000.
the album art, the album
3,
art.
1,000. 5, 1,000.
Okay,
all right.
You just ruined it, homie. You just ruined it.
You were saying?
The album art, you know, the fact that it's 5-0. Okay. 500.
Yeah. Woo. That track is not even out yet.
I was honestly when I was talking about the vault, you know.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
This is for reference. This is one of the older tracks in the vault that was recorded a long time ago that we think is still fire. Should be
No,
coming.
no, keep.
Yeah.
خلي.
It's gonna come
I think
out.
it's
خلوه.
gonna drop off in Eid, I think.
Yeah. عيدية
Makes sense.
تجيكم
Yeah.
عيدية.
Makes sense.
I think that's what he wants to do. There's this beautiful beat that Ntitled did once. Oh, I think it's right here. Hold on. I'm not really sure, but forgive me. Let me just play this. Let me give some context. Let me give some context. I walked in and Ntitled was looking for something. I'm like, what are you looking for? He's like, I'm not sure yet. And I recorded him without him knowing. This is just him sitting, just trying to find something that he's looking for. And look how good it sounds.
This is just playing in the sandpit. This is just playing in the sandpit, creating castles.
Yes,
This is literally the art of creation. It's right in front of you. He's trying to birth something. This is right in front of you as you see it happen.
Like I said, homies build different.
He is. Shout out to Ntitled. We wish you all the best.
Amen.
We're always going to support you and care for you and lift you up, my guy. You are amazing. Don't ever stop doing what you're doing. And no matter how much they put obstacles in front of us, my guy, like they did a couple of months ago, we still keep going, bro.
Usain Bolt, homie.
We
Usain
worry
Bolt.
about nobody. Where we're going to be is where we plan to be. That's exactly how it's going to
You
be.
say حواجز, you say قفز.
Press X. Just Hawaj X. Yes. And if people want to support, hayakum. If people just want to watch, we appreciate you for watching. If people don't want to be involved, Allah yasir alaykum. That's how it works.
Simple as that.
We out?
We out.
Peace.